Hello and welcome to my very first YouTube video. I'm going to try to relax. This is about the 20th time that I've done this. I did open a drink because I feel like that could only improve the situation at this point. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're watching. I'm very excited to be doing this. No, genuinely, let's start over. Genuinely, I'm very happy that you're here and I'm very excited to be doing this. I have wanted to do this for the longest time and I'm actually so excited that I'm finally sitting down and doing it. I just wrapped up the month of March. So we're starting on our very first week of April and I thought that this would be a good time to start this and just start by introducing you to my binders and all of my envelopes. That way you kind of know. I'm not having to stop cash stuffing to explain everything. You just kind of know what we're going to be doing. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. We have my bills binder. This one is the one that I stuff first every week because bills and, they're a priority. So we have our debt envelope as the first one. If you're interested in these envelopes, by the way, I got them off of Etsy and I will link them below. They're so cute. So you can choose on this Etsy store, you can choose, I think, even the size of them, and then your vinyl color and the font and what you want on them. Super cute. I'm kind of phasing out of these. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't super love the zippers anymore. I'm kind of over them, but I know a lot of people do really love the zippers. Your money definitely feels more secure with the zippers, but it's kind of annoying to unzip, mess with it, and then rezip it. Anywho, I'll link them below. First, we have our debt envelope. This is for my credit card. I put all of my spending on my credit card for the most part, so this helps to pay that off every month. I don't want to carry a balance, even though I kind of am. I'm trying my best to not and to pull myself out of that. So this gets $125 a week for a total of $500 a month. Then we have utilities. This I'm struggling with a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie, because I just moved, me and my husband, from North Dakota to Oregon, and the difference in the cost of my utilities is literally crazy. In North Dakota, I was spending so much money because it's cold I was just about to say cold in the summer. It's cold in the winter and hot in the summer, and so your air conditioning or heat is running 24/7, and that's annoying. It's also very expensive. So this was getting $75 a week when I lived in North Dakota, and now that's too much. But I feel like 50 a week is just almost not enough. So what's been happening is that I stuff 75 at the beginning of the month. And then I realize, oh, I don't need that much money. So then I only stuff a little bit, the last 2 weeks. This is left over from the last time that I paid this bill. I think there's $75 in there maybe. And it's getting 50 this upcoming week because the bill is $175. So that's a little chaotic, that envelope. We're gonna have to work on that one and get it kind of figured out. But we have phone bill next. This is $25 a week, so it's $100 a month. Then we have Malik. This is my dog. He has skin allergies and he's always itchy, so he's got an allergy medication, and it's $85 a month, which is literally insane. But you know what? What you do, I suppose. So he's got that, and then he also has pet insurance because this dog eats. Okay, story time. I came home like 2 days ago from work, and he's sitting on my living room floor. And there's a bunch of blankets, and I was like, okay, interesting. So he likes to nest. He's a pit bull, and they just like to cuddle and nest. So I didn't really think anything of it, but I was cold. So I go to go pick up one of these blankets, and rocks from my bookshelf. This is like a geode that my husband and I cracked open, is in pieces on the floor. And I was like, what the hell? This dog had grabbed them off of the bookshelf and was just munching on them in his little comfy blanket pallet area on the floor, munching on these fucking rocks. Insane. So I have pet insurance because I know for a fact that at some point I'm gonna like have to get his stomach pumped or something. Like crazy. He also, I could just go on and on and on about my dog, but we came home. If you have never been to a Winco, this is a thing that I had never experienced because this is my first time on the West Coast. Winco has super cheap, like bulk candy and stuff. It's a pretty like cheap grocery store anyway, but their bulk candy and nuts and fruit and pasta and seeds, like literally everything. And we got a bunch of bulk candy the last time that we were there and came home. We had left it in a shopping bag on the floor. We'd gone to the gym. On the floor is like, sounds like we're irresponsible, but it was like next to the couch. And all of these things are in individual bags because they had to be weighed. And then they are in the grocery bag, like by the couch. Anyway, come home, he's eaten like 90% of it. And I woke up like every 2 hours because I was convinced that he had like eaten enough chocolate to literally poison himself. So anyway, long story short, if that does not tell you how much this dog needs pet insurance, this envelope gets $100 a month because he's needy. Then, jumping completely other direction, we've got student loans. This is for I have a private loan because I went to summer school, or I did summer school last summer, and you can't use financial aid for that shit. So I got a private loan, or had to get a private loan, and it's $2,000, and that's like not a super ton of money, but it's $50 a month. So that's kind of annoying. But that's what this is for. I'm not paying on my federal loans yet because I don't want to. I'm kind of not thinking that they're going to get forgiven. I'm not saying that. I just am not ready to accept the fact that I have to pay them. So we're going to do it at some point, but that's not what this is for. Then we have subscriptions. This is for my monthly subscriptions. I just kind of guessed and said that it was $50. So we stuff like 15 in each of these a week. Then we have healthcare. Healthcare doesn't really get anything, to be honest. There's a placeholder in here that I'm very proud of. And isn't it so cute? I got it from Baddies and Budgets, and I felt so accomplished being able to stick that in there. But there's a decent amount of money in here sitting in my high yield savings account. And I am kind of adding just like as I think about it or as I have extra money, but it's not really a need. So it's not really a priority. Now we're getting into the fun stuff. This is why I cash stuff, to be honest, is for the fun stuff. It's so that I know exactly how much I have to spend on fun stuff because I know that my bills are taken care of in the bill binder. So in here, we have this first challenge is a challenge from Baddies and Budgets. I got this because when I first started cash stuffing, I would watch her and she sells all this cute stuff. It's kind of expensive. It's kind of pricey. And I didn't feel comfortable spending that much money, but this was like $10 and it came with the envelope, which is how I justified it to myself because it's pretty and sparkly. So this, I do the highest one, or I try to do the highest one every week, and this is going for a down payment on a car. My husband and I are sharing a car at the moment, and so this is so that I can get my own. I'm gonna skip this and come back. Library is for books because I have a little bit of a problem, and I spend like an exuberant amount of money at Barnes & Noble, and so this is for that. And initially I was using this as like a savings account almost for books, but then I decided that like you don't buy a library just like all at one time. You know what I mean? So instead of saving up all of this money and going like absolutely fucking crazy at Barnes & Noble, I would just pull money out as I buy books. That's what I decided. So that's what this is for. We depleted her a bit. Then, listen, if this is the very first cash stuffing video that you've ever watched, A, you're probably my friends or family, and thank you for being here. But B, you should go watch Bria Snyder. I love her. I love her, I love her, I love her. I don't know why. I just genuinely, I think that we'd be friends. I think that she's funny. I think that I just like watch her videos and just feel like so relaxed and just like at home. And Bria, if you ever stumble upon my videos, we should be friends. But she does a Shut the Box to help pay off her credit card. We're going to do the same thing. I need to make like a dashboard. I also forgot to print the actual Shut the Box board. So we might skip this for the moment, but that's what this is going to be for. Then look at how cute this is. I'm actually deceased looking at these. So these are made by Liz and Les. She's on Etsy. I will link her. She, from what I understand, does all of the graphics herself for these. And so they're little worker bees. This one, it's little worker bees, and they have numbers, so like $10 for that little police guy. And then you stick them on the backdrop. I'm sorry, are you joking? So cute. And I think that they add up to be $100. Most of her challenges are $100. There are a couple that you can kind of choose your amounts on, and there are a couple that are for higher amounts. But then this one is mine. It's kind of, this one was a mess up, that's why it's in here. But I have an Etsy. I haven't plugged it yet because that feels really awkward, but I do have an Etsy, and I can do these laminated as well. But there's icons under each of the stickers, and they represent a certain amount of money. So you scratch one off and then you save whatever the picture underneath tells you to save. So we've got that one in here, and I'm gonna try to stuff each of these each week, the challenges. I don't know what they're gonna go for yet, but this is the envelope that I was telling you about. These are the clear ones. Another Bria Snyder thing is that she started using these, and I got these off of her Amazon storefront, and I just think that they're so pretty, especially when you have these Liz and Les like graphics. They just sit so pretty in there, as opposed to like this one. Like you can still see it. This isn't like not clear, but it's kind of frosted, and I just feel like you can see it so clearly in these like crystal clear envelopes. And then it's so nice to just be able to like, oh, you're in the envelope. You don't have to like mess with the zipper. Anyway, we have another one. This one, when I tell you that I saw this and I was like, I have a stockpile of these because I love them so much, and she comes out with new ones and I think that they're so cute, and so I just buy all of them. But we have this one where you build a camper. You're joking. Like I'm sorry. There's like so cute. So we have that one. Is this 100? Yeah. $100 for this one too. Most of them, like I said, I think are $100 from her. Then we have another one of mine. This one looks so boring, but when you scratch them, they're stamps with amounts on them, and the stamps are really colorful. So you can follow along and watch me scratch this so that you have a better idea of what they look like. Super excited for that. But there's another one of mine. To be honest, no idea what the numbers are. I made a bunch of these and I made them like all at the same time. And so I'm really not sure. We're going to find out together. So then we have some games. This first one, I'm going to have to this first one is from Donna, Powered by Creativity. I printed this. It was a digital download. I printed it and then laminated it myself because I bought a laminator, which sounds like such a crazy thing to say. I just wanted one, and I went on Amazon and they were $30, and I said, you know what? I deserve that. So I bought it, and now I just laminate everything. So this is laminated. This doesn't really have an end goal, but you roll a dice to move across the top, and then you roll a dice and you move down. So then, say I rolled a 5 and then a 2, then you'd save $5. So we're doing one of these a week so far. Sometimes when they're like $3, $1, $2, I'll do another one. But some of them, I mean, like $20, I'm not going to go twice if it's $20. But there's this one. That's what Disney Villains is. And then Disney 100 cards. Oh, I should move you down, shouldn't I? Disney 100 cards is our next one. And this goes with this, also a digital download that I bought from Bria. This is cool. You pull a card and color it off, and then the numbers are easy to save for. Obviously, these you save this amount of money, and then face cards, I'm doing $10. Aces are $11. So this is going to bring in a lot because I think that we're already at like $80 maybe, and look at how few I've done. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the just like normal. Now that I've messed with this, I'm never going to get it back to where it was originally. Anywho, that's pretty much all that we have in here. These are big challenges. They're like $5,000 scratch off challenges. And I was doing the Hawaii one for a while. You can see I have like written on the back of it. But that's just a lot of money. And it feels sad to me when all of that money just goes to one thing. So we're not doing those for the moment, but they're in there in case I like get a massive race. This, like, I may need to do a separate video just on this because I've been yapping for a bit and we're at 18 minutes already. But this is my like absolute favorite thing to stuff. I don't know what my problem is recently with Disney. I want to go to Disney World so bad. I've never been. My husband has been, a bunch of my friends have been. This is also probably like a Bria Snyder influence thing because she and her family go to Disney all the time, and I just think that is just so fun, and it just looks like such a blast. So I bought this from, I think it's called the Blushing Hippo on Etsy, and this whole thing was like $30. It came with this cute binder, and you could choose the colors of the binder and the vinyl. So I chose purple and purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors. And then what does that say? Yeah, the Blushing Hippo. I bought this separately to track like the whole trip in total, because then I have my envelopes that also came. So the vinyl matches the front. But this is going to take some explaining because initially I had made these trackers, and each one of these guys was $5. And then I thought, well, but like that doesn't represent the whole amount that I need in hotel. Like obviously these just being $5 is not going to be like the full value of the hotel. So I've popped that money from finishing these the first time. I popped that money in the back, and now I made this tracker for the full amount, which I'm wanting to be $1,500. So that money is in the back, and then I bought all of these scratch off challenges to go in the front, because my thinking is, in order for this whole envelope to be $1,500 and this tracker to equal $1,500, each spot's $25. Like, that's not an easy thing to stuff every week. So if it's a scratch off, I'm like much more likely to do it because that sounds fun, as opposed to knowing that I've got to put $25 in here. So I bought these challenges from Bria because, you know, and you scratch off each of the little stickers and then you save that amount. And then when these are done, I'll just add that money to the back and fill in the tracker and then get another challenge in here, if that makes sense. So we've got hotel, tickets, food, souvenirs, and some of these, like souvenirs, doesn't need a $250 challenge because I'm not trying to save, you know, $1,000 for souvenirs. So these have lesser amounts in them. Experiences, this one I made myself. I'm well aware that Harry Potter is not at Disney, okay? But Universal, when I go to Disney World, is going to be just like a one-day situation. So I'm saving for it in the experiences envelope with that tracker. Then we have transportation. So that is that. I stuff every envelope in here each week. Yeah, I think it honestly works out to be about $100 a week, which is kind of crazy, but oh well. Then we have this one. Initially, this was for Hawaii. However, I was always aware of the Hawaii situation and like it being kind of controversial to go. So I don't want to be insensitive. So this is just a tropical vacation. This probably screams Hawaii to you. And that's fine. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be a Hawaii trip. Just that I just want to be on a beach somewhere, you know? So in here we have plane tickets, hotel, food, and this is another one of my challenges actually. And just to kind of show you what I mean by the icons, you scratch off a sticker and then it's got a picture. Oh, a crab. And then you come down here and a crab is $15. So then you save $15. That's how those work. And then there's always one spot on there that's worth more, kind of a lot. And on this one, it's a pineapple. So when you scratch a sticker and see a pineapple, you're saving $25. Then we have another one of mine for souvenirs. This one is just a basic scratch off, but each of the little coconuts has a number and then they add up to $100. Oh my God. Okay, so another reason why I'm not super a fan of these zippered envelopes is because the zipper gets in the way. And I could pop these off, but they have the like vinyl on them, and so I don't, if I decide that I want the zippers, I don't want to ruin the envelope, but it makes getting stuff in there hard. We have experiences. This one doesn't have a challenge. It's just kind of my catch-all. So there's that. And then we have transportation. Also, like, can you see this number? Because what the fuck is that, Kayla? $36. So this one gets a lot of money, and I don't always get to this one because I don't trust that I have enough to do each spot because I'm, for some reason, made that one stupidly high. So the last binder that we have doesn't have a decal because I don't know. I didn't find any that I liked on Etsy, and I don't have a Cricut, so it's chilling out. But this one's my Christmas binder. Reese, my husband, and I want to get to the point where we're just taking trips for Christmas instead of doing gifts. So that's what this is for. This whole binder is stuffed with these super clear envelopes, so I love that. But I've never stuffed anything in here. I think that I'm going to start setting aside some money every week and just like sticking it like down in here, and then we'll do this like every month or something. But we have a Liz and Les challenge with Christmas trees. It's a Christmas tree farm, maybe? I think it's called For Sure. So we have that. We have one of mine. I won't take all of them out for you, but there's that one. This one's from Bria Snyder, $250 challenge. We have this one, also is mine, $75 challenge. This one, you give each word a value, so like $5. And then there's a total of 13 words, so every time you find a word, you save $5. Like we have ornament right here. So I would cross it off and then pop $5 in there. Then we have this one. You can either color these off or punch them out or color them in, something like that. So I think I'm going to do each one of these as $2, maybe 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 10, 12, 14, 16. I don't know. $5 seems like a lot, so maybe 2, but there's that one. We've got another scratch off of mine. This one's $100. And then this one, listen, when I tell you, obsessed. They're cookies. And then you build the cookies for Christmas. And then the cookies themselves are stickers. Insane. Love it. So we've got that one. Like I said, I've never put money into this binder, and at some point I want to start doing that. I just feel like a Christmas trip is not happening this year for sure. So I would have a lot of time to save for something, and there are just other things that I want to save for a little bit more than this trip. So I don't know. I'm gonna maybe choose like $25 a week or something to pop in there, and then we'll do that like once a month. But oh, not that one. I wanted to pop back over into this one, because at the end of all of this, every week, there's money left over. Like very rarely am I ever gonna finish everything perfectly even, especially with the scratch offs. So the extra money gets thrown in here or in the experiences envelope of the tropical vacation binder because it doesn't have a challenge in there. So then this is just like a catch-all. And I don't save like a specific amount in here. I don't really know what this is going to go for because I already have a binder going for Disney, so I don't necessarily need another challenge. I haven't decided if I'm going to just stuff this in there when it's done. That seems a little like, I don't know. It's like I haven't put this money in here, or I mean in that binder, so it feels a little like counterintuitive to put it in here and then put it in there. But that, ladies and gentlemen, wraps up the tour of the binders. This has been 30 minutes of me talking at you nonstop. And I haven't drank any of my drink because that felt really awkward to do. I thought about it, but then I was like, So I think that's going to conclude my very first YouTube video. This has been a little bit of a dumpster fire, but I hope to see you here tomorrow for my first cash stuffing. Some of it I think is just going to work better, go smoother with me just doing it in front of you and you seeing it. So yeah, I hope to see you then. Okay.